Subir a bordo. Subir a bordo. What does this mean? Do you know? Subir a bordo means to board a vehicle. Okay, so a bordo means on board. By the way, on board. Subir a bordo means to board a vehicle. We could be talking. It's very likely that we're talking about a plane or a train. So this is very specific, right? We're talking about some sort of transportation, but we're just talking about big ones, you know? We're talking about big things like planes. We're not talking about cars. We're not talking about bicycles or anything like that. We're talking about trains, planes, and boats, okay? This is a common phrase to just say, hey, you know, I'm gonna board the train or a plane. And of course, you need to know the conjugation of the verb subir. So let's look at some examples using this phrase. Pasajeros, estamos a punto de subir a bordo. This is something that you might hear someone saying, you know, at a train station or even airport. So this is something that you might be asking, or if you heard this before and you're like, what are they talking about? It can be, you know, a tricky phrase because it's not like a literal translation. But it makes sense because a bordo means just what I just told you. It means on board, or, you know, if you say subir a bordo, that means, you know, you need to board something. In this situation, we're talking about anything. It could be plane, as I said before, train, or a ship, you know, a ship like a cruise or something like that. A big cruise, that can also apply in that situation. So let's break this down. Let's see what I need to tell you the translation. Oh my goodness. The translation is, or the meaning of this sentence is, passengers, we are about to board. This is this is very, very common. So pasajeros means passengers. Pasajeros, passengers. Estamos, nosotros estamos. We don't need nosotros, but we need estamos, and that means we are. A punto is a great phrase that means about to do something. Okay, it means about, but we're not talking about, you know, when you were explaining something, this is about this and that. No, we're talking about that something is about to happen. A punto de. Let's include de as well. A punto de. About to happen. Something. What is it? Subir a bordo. Subir a bordo, to board. There you go. So this is the phrase we're learning right now. A punto de, estoy a punto de comer. I'm about to eat. Estoy a punto de dormir. I'm about to sleep. So a punto is great. But in this situation, let's just focus on subir a bordo. Subir a bordo, to board. So if you hear this, if you're traveling and you hear this, you better get on the plane or on the train or on the ship because they're about to leave. So this is a very, very good phrase. Now let's look at the last example, and that is it. Let's see. Vamos a subir a bordo del tren en unos minutos. So once again, you might hear this at a station, train station specifically. And you're like, what are they saying? Well, the meaning of this is we are going to board the train in a few minutes. Get ready because we're about to leave. This is important. This is very important. Vamos means we are going, and let's include a. Vamos a. That phrase, this phrase is really good, and it means we're going to ... to do something, okay? And then if you add a verb right after, you gotta use the infinitive form, subir. So that means don't conjugate the verb. Subir a bordo. That's what we're learning right now. That's the phrase. Board. Okay. Del tren. Another interesting detail is when you are going to say what kind of vehicle, transportation vehicle you're referring to, or you're going to board or about to board, you can use de. Subir a bordo de. Okay? And we have del because remember, if you have this in Spanish, that's incorrect. De él means de él. Oh, sorry. Hang on. De él means of the. De can mean from and off as well. So from the or of the, it doesn't make sense. But in Spanish, when you have this, you have to make it one word. You cannot say de él. You need to say del. Okay? Del. So that's what it means. Well, that's what you have to do. And essentially, you are saying, you don't have anything here in English similar to de. Okay? You only have this. So del, technically it's not there, but let's just say, let's include de, because we are saying we had de él, and él means de, okay? De. It can be tricky, I know. But anyways, del tren means the train. You know, you're boarding the train. That's what you're saying here. Subir a bordo del tren, to board the train. And in unos, a few. I know unos can mean some things, but in this situation it means a few. Minutos, minutes. If you say the phrase en unos minutos, that means in a few minutes, okay? So I recommend you learning this phrase en unos minutos because you can use it in so many situations. That means in a few minutes. En unos minutos me voy. I'm leaving in a few minutes. En unos minutos Miguel llega. In a few, Miguel will get here in a few minutes. Okay? So, in a few minutes in Spanish is en unos minutos. So, remember, subir a bordo means to board a vehicle. It can be a plane. We're talking specifically. let's just put it here. We're talking about planes, train. Let's just make it singular. Plane, train, or could be boat or a ship. Just let me do something here. Layers. A boat or a ship. Okay? So we're talking about that. We're not talking about cars. We're not talking about anything small. We're talking about big transportation vehicles. Okay? Plane, train, boats, ships.